Hello, Earthlings. I'm back in Boston after briefly going back out to California last weekend to witness the world premiere of my song Detached that I wrote for a recital, I guess, concert recital thing at my mom's church, and it was benefiting the Marin Autism Collaborative, and I figured it's benefiting an autism collaborative, and I've got Asperger's, so I may as well write about how it affects me in a broad way. But it went down really well, although I think the performers and I both agree that there should exist a less rough take of them doing it. And also the fact that I want to make a full band arrangement and sing it myself, eventually. But anyway, that's what happened this weekend. Or last weekend. It's Tuesday now. I was just passing some geese back there near the Fenway that sounded almost exactly like trumpets. But in other news, in a few short minutes, the George Duke George Benson Ensemble is going to give our recital. And actually the band right before us in the room we're doing it in is the Crusaders Ensemble, which happens to include Joe Sprund. So I'm popping in for, I think, the last half or something of that. It's much later now. That was a great recital. I mean, Claudio, Sam, and Lee all rocked it. In other news, my voice cracked. In other news, I saw a link from Facebook to an article about how the presidential campaign has a legitimacy issue. And I almost didn't believe it, but that's only because I misread it as this presidential campaign has a legitimacy issue, and it had a picture of Bernie Sanders. I mean, he doesn't have a legitimacy issue at all. He has a truth issue, as in, you know, he's too honest or something to that effect. I like him. But it was a great read about how this election is exposing the difference between how we think it works and how it actually works. It's Wednesday now. It's technically Wednesday, but we have a Monday schedule since the actual Monday was Patriots Day. Something that only happens here in Massachusetts. I don't know why I went into a Bernie Sanders impression. Probably because he should have won New York. It's Thursday now. I just got out of Fusion. That's my fan you're seeing blowing my hair. But again, I just got out of Fusion, and we've been listening to a lot of cool stuff in that class. Actually, as well as my Duke Ellington class yesterday. We were listening to some of Duke's arrangements of pop tunes like I Wanna Hold Your Hand, and some stuff from Mary Poppins like Chim Chim Cheree, and we actually watched his entire... He did an entire Beatles medley on the Ed Sullivan Show in 1970 after they broke up. And it was kind of strange because Harry Carney and Russell Prokop actually switched instruments, because usually Carney was on the bari sax, but he switched with Prokop, the second alto player. And in Fusion we listened to lots of Herbie Hancock, and also Prince, because he left us today. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I met Wendy and Lisa, but they're not Prince. They were just part of his band for a while. But the rest of the class was basically just listening to Herbie Hancock, and I realized how ignorant I was about Chameleon. I had no idea that it had other sections besides the riff everyone knows, you know, the ba-da-da-dum-dum-dum, and, you know, and the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. I didn't realize there were other parts. Nice to see some good music in the iTunes charts. It's Friday now. I'm getting video bombed by that sign back there, and something's on fire. It's weird. I just suddenly turned to look behind me, and I could actually see some of the flames. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's God's punishment to us for letting Prince die. Probably not, because God isn't that kind of a God if he exists. And I don't know how Prince died, so that whole argument thing is completely invalid. I'm out getting some new printer ink, in case you were curious. I have to print a song I wrote for Advanced Harmonic Concepts. I just realized how emotionally shallow I am. I mean, something burst into flames behind me and I was like, yeah, it's on fire. Anyway, I'll probably be up late tonight finishing my Jazz Comp 3 final project. So I'll just end the vlog here. Go forth and be like Prince.